Hey, Tony Gaston here, popping on in. Now, I wanted to talk to you about this because as I'm evaluating this, and I go to bed listening to it, I wake up listening to it, listen to this P. Diddy case, because it's very just intriguing to me just to see just the dynamics of this and how a human being can get into the stuff he got into, having the money and the fame and the success that he had. He no longer will have that. Even if he don't get jail time or whatever happened with him, I feel like it's gonna be brand suicide for a company to give him any type of deal. I don't know what type of deal. We live in a wicked world, so he gonna be able to do something. I just don't know what. But I will say this. What P. Diddy did, this is a result, honestly, I believe, of what happened to him in elementary, middle school, high school, and college. Meaning, I think that the women who look like Cassie, that level of a woman used to give him their butt to kiss. I think that type of woman that men desire and want to be with because they seen as exotic or racially ambiguous or in season, whatever it is, whatever red bone, whatever a man say, I think that they used to give him fits. They used to pick on him, bully him. And I think that, because I'm thinking as a male, for me to do to a woman what P. Diddy did to Cassie, I would have to literally hate that type of woman. I would have to literally hate her and see her as the scum of the earth, as the devil, as the most evil being. To do what he did to her and to put her through what he put her through, it can only come from hate. It cannot come from love. It cannot come from self-love. It has nothing to do with lust. It ain't got to do with lust. A lot of people gonna put it on lust. Every man got lust, and every man is full of lust, and every man wanna have that right there all day long. Like, every man want a woman. They released a study back in the day that talking about we have that thought every 15 seconds. I can attest to that. Even when you don't want to do nothing, you thinking about it. Like, that's how the male mind works. Like, we really are wired to be fruitful and replenish the earth. So we all got that right there ticking in us, and that don't lead us to doing what he did. That right there is hate. And you see a lot of that, but they can't do it. They don't have the money and the fame and the access to do what he did. But it's a lot of those men on YouTube with a podcast that hate, literally hate and despise women. And you'll hear it in some of their videos and some of their stuff. But when you look at them, you will see why. They either gonna have like a little milk dud head, or they gonna have like they beard to save their life. They gonna look like the mushroom on Mario Brothers, or a little leprechaun or a gremlin with a beard. Like, they look like, you could tell, like, boy, that beard, and maybe, I don't know what it is, either your beard or your glasses or your hat, your beanie, something to save your life, boy. Boy, you used to look like you was stepped on and stomped out, boy. And those type of men are the type of men that hate women. They literally hate women. And that's why they all, like, so many of them guys call me a simp. Because to God be the glory, I didn't have to go through that. And my heart goes out to the men who did have to go through that. To the men who was cheated on, the men who was laughed at, the men who was picked at, the men who was overlooked. Like, my heart goes out to them brothers, because P. Diddy is what you get when a man go through that. And I know women gonna be like, oh, Kim Porter is gorgeous though. P. Diddy still had money when he was with Kim Porter. And Kim Porter is okay looking. God rest her soul. But it's not like it was something to where you just falling out. Like, just, so let men speak on how a woman looks. Because unless you are a full-blown lesbian, you don't look at a woman the same way men look at a woman. Because there are millions of women who look like Kim Porter that is single as a dollar bill. So don't go there with like, oh no, he always had beautiful women. No, he have not. No, he have not. And if you look at the mothers of his children, they all everyday looking women. It wasn't until he got a lot of money that he was able to get a young lady that he feels is gorgeous and that he thinks is highly coveted, because her look was more in style because of the self-hate that a lot of black men carry. A lot of black men pedestalize and idolize a racially ambiguous woman, or exotic they call it, or red bone, whatever it is. A lot of men, they want those women because of their insecurity, because of their self-hate, not because of an organic chemistry, not because you met the person and you hit it off, and regardless of her complexion, this is your woman. A lot of men who hate themselves choose a woman solely and specifically for her differences, meaning her difference in skin color. And so this right here that P. Diddy is suffering from, he just did it on a level. Like, there are men who are doing what he's doing on a much smaller level. Because even when I was coming up as a young man, we had certain women that we could get to, you know, let guys run the train on them. Like, I remember being in places where there would be a woman there, and there would be 5 to 20 guys that would do something sexual with her when I was in college. Like, that's with no money, no fame, no record deal to change somebody's life. That's with nothing. There are women who have gone through so much in their life that they so broken, they so lost, they have no value of their body. They have no respect for their body. Like, they have completely been turned over to a demonic spirit or to a reprobate mind, and they are completely just feel like their worth comes from being touched by a man. And that's a sad reality. But I want you to understand now, what P. Diddy did, he did it with money, and he was paying the men. But the same thing happens in your local projects. Ooh. Yeah, got greedy, tore your car up, didn't want to wait to turn, wanted to ride on the side of the road, and fell into a hole. All that plastic hit that concrete up under that Challenger. Woo! Didn't want to speed off. And Cause I remember my cousin came to me like, hey cuz, this was probably 15 years ago. Hey cuz, man, I want to start making nasty movies. I said, what you mean, cuz? Like, we used to call them flicks. Like a flick? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna start producing those. Like, all right, cuz, go ahead. Cause I had a film production company. I'm like, cuz, that ain't what we produce. We don't produce that, cuz. Like, I don't know what you calling me, but like, okay, all right, God bless you. Like, good luck. Like, cuz we doing documentaries, life-changing documentary, cuz I ain't got nobody to come in there and film that, cuz. And you know why he wanted to do it? Because he was doing it. He was living it. Like, they had girls. Like, he was a dope boy. They had money. So they had girls that it's 3, 4, 5 guys with this girl, and they was recording it with their regular little cameras. And they was recording it. And he was like, man, I want to go into business with this. And so that's what I want you to realize and understand. But the thing about it is, in those cases, when it's the handsome guys who always had women doing it, it's just because they was raised to have no respect for a woman. A woman is just a piece of meat. A woman is just a play toy. A woman is just who you play with. You the man. You run everything. You own everything. You do everything. You know, the way we used to say it, the man is the head, the woman is the tail. The woman was the tail, not the backbone, the tail. And so you cut that tail off and still live fine. And you eat oxtail every day. Them ox still going on about their life. And well, they probably get tail when they get killed. But you get what I'm saying. And I remember one of my homeboys said that. He said, man, the man the head, the woman the tail. And guess what? Fillet them women. Run all the way through them. Dog them, slap out. But that's how we was raised. That's what we was taught. So with this here, so I'm going to tell you this right here. If you are a woman or a man and you have access in a man's life, especially a young man, when that boy go through a breakup, if she cheated on him, if she slept with his homeboy, immediately hire me or RC Blake's or the best therapist in your city. Immediately. Do not waste no time. Do not pass go. Immediately get on that session, because that boy finna be P. Diddy Jr. Do you hear me? Listen to what I'm telling you. You got to immediately get that boy into some coaching or some therapy so that I can help him understand what happened and who he was with, and that it got nothing to do with him and nothing to do with the next woman he gonna meet. But hey, got to scan this right here to get my family a little breakfast. God bless you. We'll talk soon.